Well, hello, my lovely friends. It is Tuesday, and I am appreciating Global Recycle Day. This is a collaboration with an international group of girls. I mean, it's just a few of us, but we are international. One is in Scotland, and one is in the UK, and I am in America. So we were trying to think of how to turn trash into treasure. And I think that we have all successfully done that. And hopefully, you do recycle. If you do not, it's a really big thing to my family. I think that every little bit helps. And I thought these paper straws that I had in my stash from a birthday party would best be suited on a page as opposed to going in the bin. So, that is what I'm working with here. This is also a spring layout for Recycle Day. This is Bab at a spring baseball game, and he does not fit in the stadium seat. So, no surprise there. He is a Bab, so the look on his face says it all. He could barely fit in between the rails, and he wasn't very happy about it. It was his parents' idea. We don't go to sports events, but they do. And for some reason, they think he likes to. And so they usually take us to a baseball game or a hockey game or something like that when we visit. And I still haven't figured out why they think he likes sports. Because he does not. And that's one reason I love him because I was married to a sports fanatic, and even though I am a gym rat, I do not watch or care for sports. My girls were in cheer. That was about the most I could do. Now, London did volleyball there for a bit, and that was enjoyable, but that's my kids. I mean, that I enjoy, when I'm watching my own children. This major league stuff is not for me. I think it's an excessive, like, I think they get paid way too much. I think that there's way too much emphasis on their lives and social media. And I'm just not down for the whole major league sports of any kind. I think there would be money better suited elsewhere, but entertainment is entertainment, however you like it. Is totally up to you. I'm not trying to say you can't enjoy what you enjoy. By no means am I saying that. I'm just saying I don't see a lot of value in. I do see a lot of value in sports performance and abilities and the human body, but that's just the way I think. So, anyway, I'm sure you don't want to hear my diatribe, but I did add some gesso to the back of this paper. This paper is from Recollections Winter White Backgrounds, and it is very easy to just add a little bit of color so you don't always have a white background, but you don't have to have a pattern paper necessarily. Now, I did outline the photo and where it will go so that I can add some of this Shimmers product, and I believe they are a creamies in grapefruit and an aqua hues in Blew Me Away. And it's going to be very subtle. It's not a ton of color, but I really do like how it added color to the background. Um, it just turned out very soft, and I'm going to add these bright, excuse me. My allergies drive me nuts. The weather has been off and on. So, anyway, it's going to add this subtle bit of color to the background because I'm going to add some bright pops of color through my ephemera. And I did pull a few things from my empty box series to add to this layout. And I've got 2 more weeks on that series. So I do want to let you know that I'm going to be doing a finale of what's left in the empty box, and then I'm going to create a new empty box. So I'm not sure if I will add the old products from the past empty box or just start fresh with some old products from some old kits, but I'm determined to get through these kits that have accumulated and use that product and kind of go through my stash for a while and focus on cheeky products and just not buy a whole lot this year. We've got some other goals in mind, and I have started a second job where I'm doing personal training. I got my license back in January, and so I've been doing that a lot. So it's a busy life. We're very busy. Bab is doing super fantastic in his career, and he just got a raise, and his promotion is coming. So the actual title, and then he should get another raise. So we're trying to allocate funds to some things that we've had brewing for a little while, and I'll share that with you down the road as that happens. But for now, we are just super, super busy. He's got all these grandiose plans to go to Michigan. I'm not really feeling it, but you know, I'd rather put my money somewhere else. But it is what it is. So I did take these straws. I did add them to this background. They were very dimensional. These are not like weak straws, so they had some wax to them, and they were pretty solid. So I flattened them with my fingers, and then I sewed them down with my machine, and I love how bright and colorful they are. I've had them in my cabinet in the kitchen for many, many years, and just didn't really feel like throwing them out. I thought, you know, sometimes people might ask for a straw, and I had all these plastic straws from when the kids were little, and I've actually been purging quite a bit of things. My ex came and got the last, hopefully, thank goodness, please let it be the last of his things. We have been divorced for 9 years, and I am not holding on to any of his stuff anymore. So as you can see, I fussy cut out the stars from the Paige Evans Turn the Page paper, and that is a 6x6. And that is also going to add some pops of color that match those straws. I thought they would be a good use from the empty box. And then I am bringing in some fun labels and ephemera and embellishments here, and I'll kind of walk you through what those are. But you can see how that Shimmers product just added a very subtle background touch, and I wanted to utilize since it was a baseball layout, I thought, you know, this is fantastic because you know, stars will go with baseball, and straws, you know, when you go to a concession stand or whatever, you get straws. I just thought that it was perfect for this challenge and this collaboration. So I really like how it turned out, even though Bab looks really, really grumpy in the picture. So gesso has a tendency not to let anything stick, so I did glue down these stars. I'm going to add a few more in a couple of other areas. That ephemera that says Life Unscripted is going to be my title. I just threw a little bit of thread behind it for dimension. Even though I had a lot of dimension going on with the straws, I do like that touch. And it is from the Pink Fresh Live More, and it was in my empty box, as well as this circle tab that you see. That is also from Live More. And they Live, Laugh, Love. I just cut off the love at the bottom, and I did save it. It is from Elle Studio Live, Laugh, Love collection. And of course I had to add just a little bit of twine in the tag. So adding a couple of labels here down at the bottom. The blue one says Remember This, and I want to say that was from Elle Studio as well. And then this gray one says Enjoying This Moment, which was from Elle Studio. And this little circle says Here and Now, and adds a nice pop of that teal that is also in some of the other elements. And I'm going to add some thread behind it. This ampersand, I think it's from Maggie Holmes. I've literally had it in the empty box from the beginning. I never knew what to use it on. It's kind of a funky gray color with a little bit of wood grain look to it, and I was like, where am I going to use this? I tried it on several layouts, and I finally found the perfect layout for it. Some of these stars have a little gray undertone, and that label that says Enjoying This Moment. and also this label that has the date from Elle Studio. So I was very pleased to use that ampersand. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I was super excited. I think that's the most exciting thing besides the straws on this entire layout. Well, and the look on Bab's face where he's being very grumpy. That right now is a pop of color that matches the stars, and it is from Elle Studio. And most of this really did come from the empty box. I got pretty lucky being able to use that. The little black label is from a sticker sheet that I've almost gotten through all of it, and it just says us with a gold foil right underneath the Life Unscripted. And as you can see, I've had to hold down that ephemera piece because gesso does not like anything to be glued down to it. So sometimes you got to weigh it down, and that's what I did. Now this is the funny stickers. This is from Simple Stories #whatever stickers, and it says things like nope, not today, awkward, no. And I think that's it. I thought it was absolutely genius to put those types of sayings on this layout because he's very unhappy. I wanted to use even more, but I couldn't find placement. The page was already pretty busy. So just so you know, I am going to have links to the other girls in the collaboration at the end of this, no, not at the end of this layout, in the description bar below. So Natalie is very talented, and I would love for you to hop over to her. Julia McNeil Crafts is fantastic, and I would love for you to hop over to her, give them some love, give us some thumbs up so that we can do more collaborations for you and other people can find us. Just showing you a little bit of splatters that I added there at the end. I've kind of been digging into some of my Heidi Swap color shines because, you know, they need to get used and they're just kind of sitting there. So that's it. That's the layout. I appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you later. Ta-ta for now. Bye.